Open a deposit account in the JN Bank Savings Streams promotion and save monthly for a chance to win an all-expenses paid trip to Peru. Enter now. The time by JN Bank Savings Streams promotion is 6 o'clock.
Everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace and Singer.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Charming. There goes the rain again. Here comes the sun shining through. What more can I do but thank you, Lord? Oh, I'm so blessed to feel the morning dew. Birds are singing while the sky is blue. What more can I do but thank you, Lord? Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Onto my feet, lamp onto my path, bless your soul.
Well, today is a new day. Give thanks for life. Oh my God. We don't care who will fight we just a go show love.
Oh.
Good morning, sunrisers.
It's a tip. Oh.
What's under my mouth? I'm out. Good morning, everybody.
Everyone. Oh gosh, it is a brand new day. Good morning. It feels like it feels like a Monday.
Good morning, good morning, SSP.
Morning, council.
Yeah, how are you? Good job. It's Tuesday. Glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
Yes,
I'm glad to be back.
Glad to have you back in the space because I know you worked hard over the weekend, and of course the entire Jamaica Constabulary Force did such a wonderful job.
I'm so proud. Yeah.
Very, very proud.
I took yesterday. I'm patch up back my voice.
Yes.
Because I really.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I had to go hard.
Yeah.
And it was a final day, the final night, so really had to go hard. I had no voice.
Let me ask you, Dennis, because a lot of people, they don't normally see the work, the behind the scenes that go into an event like that, right? Of that magnitude and that scope. How do you afterwards judge whether it was successful? What are the KPIs? You know what I mean?
Well, there's a lot of that you judge during and then after. So for instance, like when you see them asking for a registration, when you see them putting an armband on your hand, those are helping to establish foot traffic.
Right.
You understand? But you're also gauging, for instance, the booths that may not have had great foot traffic the last time. And so, like, when you're seeing increased foot traffic to those booths this time around, then you know that something is being done right.
Right.
When you look at engagement on digital media, whether it be social media platforms that you use and the metrics that you use to guide, or on your website.
See me there, watch me. That's
a money shop. That's a money shop. Yeah, that was a Glock 17.
Yeah, you see that? That is what I'm going to name I have now. Is that a rifle?
That was a rifle.
It's very heavy. Can I tell you?
Yes, it was.
It's very heavy.
It was that's in the M16, AR-15 family.
You got to be eating bananas, yams, and dumplings to have that. I'm like, wow, this is a lot. Yeah.
Definitely.
So where would you say you saw an improvement or increased traffic and interest this year?
Well, I mean, definitely Montego Bay being brought on stream.
Hi, Mo Bay.
And Montego Bay being like, not like a piece. Oh, wow. Hey.
Oh, look, I know that guy. Who is that guy?
Actually, that lady is Joy.
Okay.
That is Joy, one of our sunrisers.
Oh, wow.
She watches in Florida.
Oh, wow. Hi, Joy.
That was
Good morning.
Joy. And there were so many
And I think I met another sunriser, Selena Hetridge, I think.
Yeah.
She came with her 2 daughters, and we took a picture, Dennis, with her, and her daughter had the baby.
Okay, yes.
And she was saying she's a sunriser as well. So big ups to you.
Big up.
Yeah.
There were so many sunrisers.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to start taking names because it was just so amazing. So, like, for instance, Jaden Reese from St. Aloysius Primary School, he just finished PEP, going to high school, big sunriser. Janesta Johnson from Old Harbor,
Nice.
Monique Broadbelt, Allison Brown, good morning, Raquel Simpson, Martin Fennell, Yolande Stevens, Dwayne and Dejan, a family. Dejan is a little boy. It's such an amazing little family.
Nice.
Ashley Rochester. Selena Hetridge. I met Selena Hetridge.
I remember. Dennis, my brain is
Gale
firing.
and Jody Ann and Joy from... Oh, gosh, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Guys,
Dawkins from Waltham Park Road.
You see when you go out and the sunrisers approach us and they let us know that, boy, we'll watch you. And, you know, boy, I was feeling down this morning and you lifted my spirit.
Yes.
These are the things that give us the drive. Because then sometimes, you know, we're here and we don't know the number of lives or people that we're touching.
Yes.
And sometimes, unfortunately, we oftentimes see the negative, you know, or the negative is what is there, because our people just them cheer for we, but a lot of them may not necessarily come out and say so. So when you touch and feel, and they can give you those responses. I mean, the other day I met a lady in the supermarket, and she was telling me that, Miss Kitty, you took me through my depression, you helped me to survive.
Wow.
The lady started to cry. Me start all about, I know me bali. And them stuff like me passionate. And she was like, listen, I was in such a dark place and I would listen to your radio show every afternoon, and that's where I got a little laughter and I started listening. And she said she came up on the show by accident. And it got her through her depression, and she was just thanking me. So, you know, sometimes you're doing your work and you don't know the lives. But I'm happy when our sunrisers see us and they say it, because that also helps to encourage
because
us.
There are days when you don't feel like...
We don't feel like it,
there are days when you feel like this have the impact that I wanted to. Or should I stop? Should I go do something else?
Or sometimes you're going through your own thing too. You know, because human beings all are we. And you're going through your own thing. And so I was really appreciative of all the sunrisers who attended the JCF Transformation, Expo over the weekend, and who came up to us. Thank you guys so much.
You know what made me particularly proud of my colleagues in the force? I had many conversations, but there was one particular set of conversations that I had, because one conversation sparked me to go and do a walkthrough and an interview, just ask one question of some of the presenters at the booths, because you begin to realize that people are genuinely excited to share what they do.
Yes.
Because not many people ever see, like, you go to work and you know that, like, nobody sees what I do.
Yeah.
Nobody sees my contribution.
Yes.
Like people have a way of disparaging without realizing they're disparaging the work of some people in the force. Because, man, that's not a real policing.
Yes.
Real policing is
front line.
kick down door and walk with big gun or whatever. But like people who work in administration and support services, don't tell me that those aren't real police doing real police work. You understand? Don't tell me that the person in the medical services branch or welfare or communication is not
Wednesdays.
doing real work. You understand?
Yeah.
But that's how, and I mean, some of the people like when they're muffling stone after me, and I'm like, it's real work.
Yeah.
And so like I had these conversations with people who say, it was a joy to see people excited
about what I do.
And it gave me greater motivation to tell them more about what I do.
On the heels of that, I want to thank all the officers with whom I came into contact. I really don't remember all their names. So, for example, the gentleman, you probably remember him, Dennis, who was talking about the facial recognition, the license plate recognition, right? The gentleman who helped me, the police officer who helped me get on the bike. I'm sure, you can go up on bike. Yes, officer, can't give it. Patricia, if you see me on the big bike,
no man, she was on the bike.
Girl,
she was on the bike.
But go on with myself. The officer who helped me up in the SWAT truck, and he gave me, the ins and outs and the torrent and and I said, geez, I like this. Also, the officer who took me through the shooting simulation, and I'm like, I'm sticking to my day job. That's not me. And also to the police commissioner, Dr. Kevin Blake. He was so hospitable, so warm, so welcoming, and I really felt good. And so, it was, and a lot of young ladies as well, you know what I mean? So for me, it was just an all-round great experience.
You know who went up on the bike?
I'm happy that I came.
You know who went up on the bike?
Who?
Jackson Brooks, my
Yeah.
Him enjoy himself,
Yeah, I love it.
Him enjoy himself, but that was also a joy for me because in talking about wanting to be a construction builder and wanting to be a pilot and all of these things, he asked me if he could be a police scientist.
Oh, wow.
Which shows that there are different avenues in the force that one can serve, and it's important to present it to them so that they can say, I could do this.
Yes.
Or that.
I love to see the children, Dennis, because I want children to have a healthy relationship with the police. And when I saw so many youngsters and just how they were interacting and the joy on the mummies and the daddies' faces, I was just totally happy about that.
Well, there's a girl we have to bring on Sunrise, Malika from Doing the Park Primary.
Okay.
I need to tell you about the girl, she's a forensic expert.
Oh, yeah?
Expert.
Okay.
And she's in grade 3. And she's in grade 3.
Yeah.
Doing the Park Primary, you're doing something right.
Kingston
we
20.
have to talk to Malika, but guess what? I got the hookup.
You got the hookup? All right. Well, guess what? I got the hookup. You want some KFC vouchers? I gotta tell you. Good morning to everybody at Restaurants of Jamaica team. Last evening we were at the AC Hotel where they honored their staff members who have been serving for 20 years, 22 years, 25, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years.
40 out of the 50 years.
Listen, there was a gentleman there, Mr. Ball, who has been there since day one.
Wow.
Day one, 50 years. Andre Roper was there, of course. Mark Myers, our managing director, was there. The matriarch, founder and visionary, Lorna Myers was there. Tina Myers Matalan was there. Michelle Myers Main was there. I mean, the entire Myers family and all the staff members from the different locations: Santa Cruz, Hope Road, Springs, Boulevard, Ochi, Old Harbor, Linstead, downtown. Listen, IT and I, you know what I'm saying?
I saw the vibes.
You saw it?
Hold on, no. Somebody put up a video and Susan and I were looking at it last night. So I was like, okay, KFC.
Still at it, still working, shake it to the max. Hey, won't let me shake it to the max. But it was really nice.
It is.
A wonderful way to honor those persons. And just as you're talking, Dennis, about sometimes feeling unseen, you could see the pride with which the persons walked up and collected their award.
Which is right.
And the managing director, he stood up and handed out over 140. He did that for his staff. And I thought that was also a signal moment to say that, listen, I am one of you. in line with you, and we're here together doing this, and so it was an amazing experience. I want to say good morning to Cayenne. Yes, Cayenne in the Porsche Cayenne, you know what I mean? Ha ha ha, you see that? From Thai Flora, who did such a wonderful job, and big ups to Debbie, who did wonderful as well. Andre Rope and the entire team, Khadine and the entire marketing team, and everybody from AC Hotel, Tango, and of course Christopher Martin was also there. Tessa Chin was, no, because you can't have a big deal event without Mr. Big Deal.
Yeah.
That would just not be a big deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, big deal morning.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Christopher Martin. Good morning to Sanchin and to the entire KFC family. Congratulations on 50 years of finger-licking good moments.
All right, it's going to be a great day today.
That's
but
right.
Before we get into things, here's your morning mixtape.
Oh my, when you need me, don't like Hennessy, so slow wine for my please, pour wine for my please. She roll like up a trees and whole night shouldn't leave me. More wine for my please, slow wine make a slow time. Like my way, 'cause evil know they take me out. Remember find my way, them in my knee but them way out. I'm missing like my way. Shine the light and make it spark up. Feel like I'm me want everything around me dark up. Every day another little girl body chop up. Rape of them a rape and still nobody not talk up. Boy, the whole place want to touch up.
Business whenever we get together, and that smile on your face is something to treasure. Yeah.
Grateful that in these special moments, I'm the one that you always chosen.
Thank you, Jamaica, for 50 years of finger-licking good memories. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Come and tell me what is bothering you, Krishna. Come on.
If Mummy wins tomorrow's competition, then she will leave and take me away.
I won't allow that.
So the court gives the order that from today, Krishna's legal guardian will be her father, Mr. Sagar Chaturvedi.
I don't want to hear Ganga's name again as long as I live.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai. From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
18.5 minutes after 6 o'clock. The sun is certainly rising. It is sunrise. Good morning to you wherever you are. And I genuinely mean that, wherever you are
and
watching.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah, happy anniversary. We're still very much in the month of June.
What a way to wind down, though,
It's a wind down. I feel like June has been the fastest June ever. June started, and now it's finished.
It's like, what?
Like, bam.
Kaboom.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Happy Valentine's.
No, because it's moving fast. And speaking of moving fast, it is your girl, the speedster herself, TKO. Good morning, Tony K. Olivia. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
You heard the sound effects?
Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to be here. Good morning to the YouTubers. You know the YouTube fam are my people.
Yes.
Always, the comments you do,
Nice.
And boy, they can talk like a family.
Love it.
Good morning. Good morning, YouTubers.
They even checking on each other. You know what I mean?
I love the vibe. Yesterday.
Yeah. All right.
I was over by my uncle.
Yeah.
You know, it's
or
very
guys,
nice.
I'm going to work now.
Yeah.
Or you don't see me, later.
Yeah,
I really love that.
lovely.
You see, TK, a community and a village is so very important because, again, no man is an island, no man stands alone. And sometimes just somebody asking you, how is your day going? Or somebody checking up on you like, oh, wow, I matter. They notice that I wasn't here and they're checking on me to see if I'm all right. You know what I mean? Just certain courtesies and manners and respect. I just love it. So big ups to our YouTubers. I oftentimes go in the comments as well and I'm looking,
I do.
And I'm like, okay, I see you.
Especially, like, I love on a Wednesday and a Friday when I'm not here. I like going
I'm over there watching too. I'm like, let me see who is saying something. Let me see who said something, TK. Yes.
So,
love it.
Love to see it. Love to see
it. And that's exactly what I do too on my Modern Mommy Diaries podcast on a Sunday. I'm in the comments.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll be watching you. I see what you comment.
I better behave myself.
Please. Please
and thanks. Because you're going to get a little order mark.
All right, let's see what's happening in our headlines for this morning, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
All right, let's do it. So, hearing... we're going to jump right in as soon as I'm able to. But before that, I didn't get to tell you this, Dennis. I came, we talked about it earlier, but I have to put in my little,
definitely.
Although I got to see Dennis in his glory and in his uniform and looking sharp and fantastic.
Thank you.
I just wanted to know that it was an excellent event. I think Mrs. Kitty did kind of sort it out in breakfast time.
No, you can give your take, TK.
What I wanted to know, did you stay for the tactical demonstration?
I was not able to stay for the
I
came so early that I wasn't able to stay that long.
Because when I saw you and Mr. Dawkins, I was like, I hope you're gonna see the show. Because as a man, we put on show. We really want.
Maybe we were hoping
I didn't want to hear him opinion.
I saw it. Well, I saw the bits and pieces that you guys put out on your social media and put out online, but I wasn't able to stay for the actual show, unfortunately. But a huge big up to the JCF. We feel like we say it so much, but we cannot say it enough. Same way that it was an excellent production, an excellent show, and I had an excellent time. And so I'm really looking forward to you guys doing it year after year and getting bigger and better time and time again. All right, so with that being said, we can jump into the headlines. I'd love to.
Well, one of the headlines I want to jump into is airlines. One of the airlines the diversion. Dennis, all right, break it down. Let's break it down together, right? The war, the conflict that is happening in the Middle East right now seems to be escalating.
There has been a significant escalation. We saw the strike and then the counter strike. So there was. The U.S.-supported strike on Iran's nuclear facilities.
Yes.
The Iranian state communicating that, you guys didn't really destroy what you wanted to destroy. I mean, that might just be wartime bravado, but then promising a far greater
they're going to strike back, so you chuck you back.
Right, but then, several missiles were launched, and the argument is that all but one of them were intercepted, so they didn't hit. And we're going to see, I believe, because in terms of if you study how war happens, a war is consisted of several battles. And we are likely to see escalation, which is why one of the headlines has been that the foreign minister is warning Jamaicans against traveling to the Middle East at this time. Any unnecessary travel to the Middle East at this time is not being advised.
And if anyone has family members, or you're Jamaican and you're in any of those areas right now, and you're having a difficulty, to reach out to the ministry as well, because so that they can help to sort things out. You are a family member, you know. Once you're Jamaican, you can reach out, because flights are being diverted, some are being cancelled, and though Donald Trump has said that there is a ceasefire, or has asked for a ceasefire, Iran is like, ceasefire? Are you first trouble with me? You have to get some trouble back. So it's just, the world is just, I don't know. And the tension then is, for me, it's just so unnerving.
And people wonder, for those people who haven't been following, people wondering, why Iran? What's the connection with Iran? There is the argument, and you can believe it or not, but in terms of, the argument is that Iran is a state that sponsors terrorist activity. So while they tend to keep their hands clean and out of the fray, they sponsor and train and empower Hezbollah, Hamas, and other entities that are terrorist organizations that strike Israel and other places. And so while you are not committing the act yourself, you are funding the act, you are training the actors, you're giving safe haven to them, and so there's that argument. Whether you accept it or not is another story. And so for many people, the argument is, no, this is not a first lick. You've been licking long time, and so don't act like, oh, me have to lick you back, you first lick me. There's the argument that actually this has been an escalation.
What I find unfortunate is just the innocent civilians who get so heavily impacted. You know, it impacts the food supply, it impacts clean water, it impacts electricity, it impacts schools, it impacts so much. And it
affects the world, because though it's in the Middle East, it has a ripple effect on all of us as well.
There will be supply chain impacts for the rest of the world. And we live in a globalized world where we are interconnected and interdependent, and so the happenings in one region have ripple effects in others. So we will wait and we will see.
I just want to ask them, I just want to go over there and talk. Them can't come to do a motivational talk over there. But I just want to talk to them one time. Look here, we could keep some fish fry now.
Instead,
we could do a boat ride. We can't do a boat ride. We could do a round robin. Guys, we don't need to stop. Like, seriously, I understand that this has been going on since time immemorial, since the redrafting of the lines and the taking of land and all of that. But guys, it has to stop. Like, seriously. It distresses me so much because of the effect because some people, Miss Kitty, that no matter we. Yes, it does.
It does. I was having conversations with persons living in the U.S. and they live in one part of New York and they have business in Manhattan and they're afraid to go to Manhattan this morning.
Really?
Yes.
They're afraid to go to Manhattan because
9/11
they're thinking,
is like, where are they going to strike again?
I wasn't even thinking about that residual nervousness among people, like proper New Yorkers who've lived in New York and who have been through a terrorist attack. I've never been through a terrorist attack, but when you have been through a terrorist attack, now, like, they're afraid to take the subway this week, like that, because
I don't know what might happen.
And of course, and there was a promise of retaliation, and so like you think, where are they likely to retaliate? And people are saying New York because and so I'm like, really?
Clear and present danger.
I thought to myself, really? Genuine fear.
Genuine, yeah.
But
I'm starting to think the things.
Can imagine.
Again, I wasn't in New York in 2001.
Yeah.
So they were. So they have that right to,
feel the fear.
Feel that fear.
Absolutely.
Well, bringing it back to the local side, Senate approves harsher sentences for murder. The Senate recently approved amendments to 3 laws aimed at imposing tougher penalties for murder, particularly involving children. The revised legislation offenses against the Person Amendment Act of 2025, Criminal Justice Administration Amendment Act of 2025, and Child Care and Protection Amendment Act of 2025 significantly increases mandatory minimum sentences Non-capital murder now carries a minimum of 30 years, up from 15, while capital murder requires 50 years before parole eligibility, up from 20. Life sentences will now require 40 years before parole, up from 15, and fixed term sentences will require 20 years, up from 10. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, stated the changes signal the government's strong stance against murder.
As a member of the defense bar, how do you respond?
It's
because I know that there are many people who are against the imposition of mandatory minimum sentences.
Because you take away the discretion of the judges, because sometimes every murder is not the same. All murders are equal, but there are some more equal than others, so to speak. So when a judge can listen to mitigating circumstances, listen to antecedents that may be positive, this person has never committed a crime before, this was a crime of passion, or you know what I mean? It in some ways cripples that ability of the judge to say, listen, this situation is different and should be treated accordingly. And of course, then we argue about the separation of powers as well. Because if you're going to legislate in a way that takes away my power, how independent am I to think and to judge every case based on its own merit? But you can understand too that you need harsher penalties. So some persons will say, well, Miss Kitty, listen, it is what it is at this time, and we need to do something as a country and have these sentences imposed as firmly and as sure as night follows day. But of course, the judges, in their wisdom too, they understand the situation and the circumstances, and usually they hand down sentences that are fitting. So you don't need to put me in a wall, because if you tell me mandatory, I don't have wiggle room. I don't have wiggle room to say, well, oh my God, he has been such a great person, or she, I don't. The mandatory.
But all right. I don't see it as a carte blanche. For the record, I take those arguments. But on the other side, I don't see it as a carte blanche changing of mandate. So it is for specific things. You know, so we've seen non-capital and capital and certain against children. And things. And I always say that as social engineers, we have the power to engineer the society that we want, right? I don't necessarily take the separation of power argument, because it is the legislator, their responsibility as a legislature to design legislation to meet the exigencies of the day. And then once you design the legislation, it is the role of the judiciary
to carry that out.
To carry it out.
But then you can't tie the hand of the judiciary through the legislation, because now you don't give me any wiggle room. You don't allow me the discretion. You don't allow me to use my wisdom, experience, knowledge, and understanding.
But I would say too that the judiciary very often, well, I'm not going to say interferes with separation of powers, but the judiciary proudly will say, look here, you make law, but you think you make the law, you write the law, but we make the law through our judgments.
I've never really heard that.
Well, you're not got yours. You know, we make the law through our judgments, because you can write it, but once it is interpreted in a particular way over a period of time, that's what makes the law, right? And so for me, for instance, we've effectively decided that the legislation about where capital punishment is concerned is of no moment. I think it should be struck. So now that we've changed mandatory minimum sentences, for instance, if we've decided we don't hang people anymore, because I don't imagine anyone will ever be hanged in Jamaica ever again. So if we've decided that through the court, through the justice system, then now redesign the legislation that you don't need that. You have the harshest possible penalty is that you're going to 50 years, you understand? Because when some horrible murders that have been committed and 15 years later the person is eligible for parole, nope, I don't feel like so. And I'm saying,
but the minimum doesn't stop me from giving you 30 years. But now when you give me a mandatory minimum, I am stuck right here.
But why not? Because there are mandatory minimums for other legislations. You go to America, and if them decide you're going to serve 3 consecutive life sentences, you're going to be locked up for 300 years. You'd never see that in Jamaica. Never see that in Jamaica, because he was a good youth, and he was on the choir, and he was an altar server in the Catholic Church, and anyone can get a good antecedent report. Anyone can get a good antecedent report, and so I think that you have these. Let's work within the law.
Yeah. Well, I love that discussion.
There you have it.
I'll have more for you at 7 a.m. for the news.
Yeah, legal policing right here on Sunrise. All right, TK, thank you so very much. Enjoy your day. And it's now time to take a quick break. There's more Sunrise right after this. Why Sunrise just get serious a while ago? Is that the feeling? Something about coming again. We got to realize that is. What about down? What get down? Oh my God. The academia. Oh my God. Yes. Well, we're going to take a break, guys. I'll be right back.
Dreaming of the bright lights and non-stop energy of Tokyo this September? Your Scotiabank credit card could take you there. Spend 50,000 Jamaican dollars or more on your current card, or activate and use a new one for your chance to win an all-expense-paid trip for 2 to Tokyo, Japan. 5 days, 4 nights. Tokyo's waiting. Start tapping today. Promotion runs from May 19th to July 7th. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
The gateway for Jamaica's athletes to several international competitions, including the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Japan, opens from Thursday, June 26 to Sunday, June 29 for the J3A Junior and Senior National Championships at the National Stadium, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. Admission, finish area season ticket, $8,000. Daily, $1,000 to $3,000. Regular grandstand season ticket, $6,500. Daily, $1,000 to $2,500. Tickets go on sale at MysticOnlineTix.com. Starting June 11, Pegasus Hotel and the Stadium Ticket Office. Starting Monday, June 23. The action will be sizzling.
When opportunity comes knocking, grab it. When I got my piece of land, I saw more than just soil. I saw a future. With a JN Bank small business loan, I grew that dream and built a better life for my family.
Start your journey with a JN Small Business Loan with small business loans as little as $10,000 and up to $4 million. Visit jnbank.com or contact us on WhatsApp at 876-295-1298 to get started.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
The future belongs to the bold, to those ready to realign with purpose and prosperity. Realign 2025 connects Africa and the Caribbean, where innovation meets investment. Featuring Senator the Honorable Audrey Marks, Nigerian Ambassador Janet Olisa, David Mullings, Anthony Hilton, and Christopher Denny. For SMEs, funding partnerships, and global market entry. June 25 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Realign with your destiny. Register now at entropartners.com/re-align.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Come and tell me what is bothering you, Krishna. Come on.
If Mummy wins tomorrow's competition, then she will leave and take me away.
I won't allow that.
So the court gives the order that from today, Krishna's legal guardian will be her father, Mr. Sagar Chaturvedi.
I don't want to hear Ganga's name again as long as I live.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Just like that, good morning to you. Welcome back to Sunrise. And I gotta tell you, it is Tuesday right here in Jamaica, land we love, wherever you are. If you're watching from the Cayman Islands, good morning to you.
Morning.
Turks and Caicos family, good morning to you.
South Florida.
Hello, Tamarack, how are ya? Miramar. And of course, you know, Tamarack Sports Complex comes alive this weekend. Morgan Heritage and your Queen Tifa, you know what I mean. Good morning to Commissioner Marlon. Yes, good morning to everybody in South Florida. Good morning to everybody on Red Hills Road. That's right.
Yeah.
And guess what? Red Hills Road just got crispier. Bird Shack JA is bringing flavor and crunch to the local fast food scene. And trust me, they've definitely changed the game with meal options like the 6 Love and the Hat Trick, and they're scoring big with the fried chicken lovers. And trust me, they've got it going on. Now, the man behind the bird is Wayne Cummings, right? Yeah, in the Cube. In a coop. But we don't say coop. The bird coop, which is the right word, by the way.
By the way.
But we are going to say coba. You understand? Yes. And the breakfast is served this morning. We have team lead at Bird Shack Red Hills Road, Janice Farquharson. Farquharson, very well, Miss Farquharson.
Morning,
welcome,
Janice.
Wayne. Welcome,
Morning,
Janice. How are you doing?
How are you guys?
Excellent. Thank you for having us.
I was just sharing with Dennis that I actually had a motivational session with the students, some of the students at St. Richard's Primary School only week before last. And I was passing Bird Shack, and I'm like, you know, I've not yet been to Bird Shack. I need to make a stop over there and see what's going on. So talk to us, Wayne, about Bird Shack and what it is that you've done to revolutionize the market, the fast food market in Jamaica.
Thank you very much for having us. So we started Bird Shack in Jamaica 3 years ago in April. We have 3 stores in Montego Bay, 1 in Ocho Rios, and our latest store is on Red Hills Road in Kingston. So 3 years in, 5 stores, and many, many more to go. We offer the amazing taste of Cajun. We are based our franchise is based in Alabama, and we found that the Cajun taste is great for the Jamaican palate.
Yes.
We have fried chicken in barbecue, original crispy, and Cajun spicy. And we also offer the same flavors in sandwiches, and our sandwiches are the absolute best in the market. Tested, proven, just waiting to be tasted. But we give you more choice. We give you more choice. We offer potato wedges as well as fries. You can pick between the 2.
At any time of the day?
Nice. Any time of the day. Any
fries and the wedges.
Because I'm a wedges person, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes you go, you can't get no wedges at some places. I can
Janice,
get
fix that
Janice? No. Janice, like at Bird Shack, I can get wedges like morning, noon, and every day.
It is our specialty.
Yeah.
It is our special. We only add
like
fries
spicy,
because you know little kids, you know, wanted on-season things. So, but spicy wedges all the time. But we also offer you far more choice. Most people restrict you to a leg and thigh. We will allow you to mix and match the chicken as you see fit. Because at the end of the day, it's going to sell off. So
hold on, Janice, if somebody come and say, can I get a barbecue breast with a crispy rib?
Well,
That's the one where everybody said no. With a crispy rib, we can't get that?
We give you, but I'm going to save her. Because we give you one little bit, because our breast is the most popular thing. Most popular
thing. That is usually the most unpopular one, because people say breast dry and trashy.
Not in Bird Shack. It is actually the most popular thing. So we will serve your breast with wings. But anything else, mix, match, wings with legs with thighs and ribs, it matters not to us. At the end of the day, chicken going to sell off, so you might as well get what you want.
That's what I say. That's what I say, Wayne. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Janice, as a team lead at Red Hills Road, what's it like when the people come in and they're excited and, you know, what's it like?
As them come inside, we tell them, welcome to Bird Shack. Hope you have a wonderful day. And yes, after that now, we'll make them get their meal the right way, respectful.
But
and
you know, like there are some places that like it is popular, it's a joke to know, say, like the customer service, no good.
Well, no,
What about Bird Shack? Bird Shack customer
inside,
service.
we greet you. Welcome to Bird Shack. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Nice. So talk to me about the different meals, because especially when it comes to even families and, you know, you're near to Red Hills Road, St. Richard's Primary, and the kids want to come in and get a, you know, a nice variety. What can they get?
A chicken box, we call that piece, like a one piece, a starter box. You give them a cornbread, wedges or fries, or a piece of
so
chicken.
you do cornbread as well?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Janice.
So, starter box, double up is 2-piece, hat trick is a 3-piece, high five is your 5-piece, 6 love.
Wow.
Very, 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 very Jamaican references. But we have the size for everyone. We also offer wing specials.
Yes.
So you can get us, 6-piece, 10-piece, and it gets larger after that. So whatever your desire in terms of a meal type, meal size, Bird Shack Fried Chicken will give you the best options. We displayed some sizes here. So your starter box will start in a smaller box. It gets larger as you go. And also we'll take you into what we call our flex meals. That is
What's that about?
It's our party meal. So the group's going out, you're going to river, you're going to beach, or hanging out at home.
Flex.
No, this week, class party.
Yeah, class parties are keeping this week?
It's a big thing.
Well, this week it's class party week.
Oh, wow.
Tomorrow is Jackson class party.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we'll start our flex meal. Your flex 9, your flex 12, flex 15, and flex 21.
I like that though. I like the names.
We put the flex in the picnic box.
Yeah.
But we have the right size for any occasion.
Yeah. Wonderful. What are your opening hours, Wayne?
We open from 10 to 10 every single day.
Every single day at all locations.
10 to 10, all locations.
Very well, very well.
Yeah.
What would you say, Janice, is like the most popular style of chicken and piece of chicken?
Well, leg and thigh, and I think it's the barbecue for me.
Yeah.
Go the fastest.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I see that you have some slaw here. What
coleslaw?
Tell me about the other sides that you have. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm miserable and I'm judgy when it comes to coleslaw. I really love coleslaw.
Yeah.
And like I'll taste it and just throw it down.
And I noticed you throw it down your belly.
I've been throwing it down.
Yeah, you've been throwing it down. What other sides you have?
So our sides is cornbread. Cornbread comes standard in a starter box and in some of the flex meals. But other than that, it's available as a side. Fries, wedges for sure. Yeah. Wedges are the most popular and most requested. But by the numbers, we're selling them 50-50.
Yes.
The sandwiches can also come in a flex box, so you can get a sandwich with a piece of chicken or a sandwich with wings along with sides.
A sandwich with a piece of chicken.
And by the way,
so
guys,
in what we call our flex box, it can come as a sandwich with a piece of chicken, or you can replace the chicken with
the sandwich
with
is really big.
Yeah.
Sandwich is really big.
For size comparison.
Yeah.
This is my hand.
Yeah. Big man.
Look here.
It's a really great and large sandwich.
Yeah.
It is.
That looks like it'll fill your belly.
And our sandwiches is different from everyone else. Everyone else, gets all the hot elements and then put on cold tomato, cold lettuce.
No.
Our entire sandwich is built and everything goes into the oven, so it all melts into one. It is literally succulent. One of the things we're displaying our 16-ounce and our 22-ounce beverage cups.
Yes.
You'll notice that we've moved away from straws.
Okay.
Everything that we try to put into the business must be disposable, must be environmentally friendly. We're not 100% there, but we are leading the market where that is concerned.
Nice. Lovely. Love it.
It's great. It's great.
Love it. Lovely. So what would you like to tell persons who have not yet tried Bird Shack, Janice, why they need to visit Bird Shack Friday?
Well, I need you to come out and come and support, because we give you best quality of chicken and we give you your desire or whatever you want, and anything you need, we always have it prepared for you.
Lovely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Nice. You want to pick up the massive at Red Hills Road?
Well, I just want to big up all of my crew, my boss, and everyone. And I'm begging you, please, to come and support, because we are young in the business and we want to grow.
Nice. All right. Good job. And waiting for you, what would you like to say to those customers who've been supporting Bird Shack since you guys came on the scene?
It has been an amazing journey thus far, particularly in Montego Bay. It's extremely busy. What we found having opened here in Kingston because we're on Reddy's Road, there are so many, every road is a different avenue going somewhere else.
Yes.
We still don't think that the Kingstonians, people from St. Andrew, Portmore, know that we are here. We are here, we're at 118.
Because you guys are big in Mobe and you are big in Ochi.
Absolutely.
So you're saying the Kingston people need to know.
They need to know. So we're advertising heavily, but if you don't typically drive on a certain road, drive on Red Hills Road. 118 Red Hills Road. We're close to St. Richard's School. We are right in the middle of what I call the important chicken alley.
And it's a corridor close to your heart as well.
Absolutely. I went to St. Richard's, I went to Calabar as well. So when we chose to start in Kingston, we decided to start on Red Hills Road because I have some antecedents.
Nice.
Right.
Love it. Connections close.
Right.
Birdshack family, good morning
Good
to
morning.
you. Lovely.
Our guest has been Wayne Cummings, Chief Executive Officer of Birdshack Jamaica, Janice Farquharson, Team Lead at Birdshack Red Hills Road. You can find them at locations island-wide and at Birdshack JA online. Well, after the break, we're talking finding friendships in Mic Check. Stay with us.
Get ready for a powerful night of worship. Jesus All the Way, a fundraising worship encounter presented by the Jamaica Seventh-day Baptist Conference of Churches on Sunday, June 29, Randy Williams Entertainment Center, featuring Kevin Downswell, Rhoda Isabella, Alicia Taylor, Kevin Heath, Nadine Blair, and Perpetual Sounds of Praise. Gates open at 4 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets available at SpurOpen.com. Jesus All the Way, a worship encounter with a purpose. Sunday, June 29, Randy Williams Entertainment Center, powered by Stuart Soto, Love FM, Mellow FM, Gospel JA.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
The future belongs to the bold, to those ready to realign with purpose and prosperity. Realign 2025 connects Africa and the Caribbean, where innovation meets investment. Featuring Senator the Honorable Audrey Marks, Nigerian Ambassador Janet Olisa, David Mullings, Anthony Hilton, and Christopher Denny. For SMEs, funding partnerships and global market entry. June 25 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Realign with your destiny. Register now at entropartners.com/re-align.
Look. This is Sunrise. Look. Morning again, Sunrise family. Well, they say no man is an island, but for some adults, it can feel like a lonely one sometimes. In today's Mic Check, we are asking the question that's been floating around a few group chats and timelines. Are adult friendships harder to maintain, or have we just gotten lazy?
Can we please talk about making friends as an adult? Trying to make friends as an adult is hard. It's not the same like when you were in school. When you're in school, you are in that environment for social interaction. The school system is literally built to create community. You have classes with the same people every single day. You have the same assignments. You guys are in the same stage of life. But when you enter adulthood, the life stages look completely different once you enter adulthood. Everyone is in a different place. So that means we have different responsibilities. If you got kids, they gotta pick up kids. They need a babysitter to go out. They can't just run outside. Now we have income. Sometimes your friends got different income than you. Sometimes y'all can't do the same thing at the same time. And then it comes down to the feels, y'all. I am a punk. I really don't want to experience people disappointing me. There's a part of me that doesn't believe that I can make real connections and have adult friends that are gonna put in the same effort that I'm gonna put in, that they're gonna be mature enough to handle conflict with me. And then there's also me. I'm scared to put that level of energy into someone too. I am scared to put that level of energy with someone and it be for no reason. That's the thing with friendships. You have to give it. People can't just earn it. You have to come in ready to trust, ready to communicate. Making friendships as an adult just doesn't happen out of thin air. You have to actually want it.
Understand the ball because making friends as adults, we come with our own ego, we come with our own biases, we come with our own idiosyncrasies, we come with our own baggage. As a child, you don't have those.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have them there. I'm just here, I see you, you see me. The innocence, it's the vulnerability of children.
Yeah.
And so really, if we like you and we get along, but they don't have those, you know, oh my God, caveats and all of that. And as adults, it can be very difficult to make friends, especially too if you've been hurt, if you've been, you know, betrayed, you have trust issues, right? And sometimes too, you have trauma that coming from childhood, which makes it difficult to communicate, difficult to trust, difficult for interpersonal relationships. Because by the time you become an adult, your canvas is no longer clean, so to speak. You don't have a clean slate from which you're operating. So, you know, you're just wary of people based on your experiences. As a child, I don't have those experiences.
Precisely.
And so I'm operating from a place of innocence and purity.
I agree with all that. What I'd say too is the point, well, the question was, is it harder to make friends as an adult? But it's also harder to keep them because, again, as a child, there is a different level of structure and the structure is built for similarity of experience, certainly. And so, like, you find that you split off and you grow apart from some of your long-standing friends.
Because life starts to life.
Exactly. And it might be that one set of your friends, they moved into family and children first. Another set were pursuing career hard. Another set might have, you left university, for instance, and went straight into work. They stayed in school. They did masters. They did PhD. And they were very academic. And so they may be in that academic bubble, maintain a certain core group to carry them through. And so again, community comes very often through unity of purpose.
Alignment.
And then now we have this notion of, I just go to work and it's all about securing the bag and I don't have friends at work and I don't need friends at work. You're not my friends. And the truth is that you spend a lot of time at work and work is where you are likely to find shared purpose in the projects that you're working on and those things. And so there are many people who will find real friends at work. You don't have to, everybody doesn't have to be your friend, but there is that. But then also we live in the digital age, which some people say has ushered in the death of community. And this notion, this notion of like engaging people, meeting people, talking to people.
And doing it then is in a meaningful way. Because sometimes nowadays people will ask a question, but they don't necessarily want a response.
No,
it's just a kind of a conversation template. And okay, hi, good morning, how are you? But you don't really want to hear. You're not really asking for a response. You're just asking to tick the boxes so you seem polite. You know what I mean? difficult adult friendships or making friends as adults can be really difficult because everybody has different things
Everybody
going
has
on.
different things going on. And as an adult, you might have challenges with your kids. Because of how old your parents are, you might have challenges with your parents.
Responsibilities and priorities are different.
There's so many. We're operating on many parallel tracks that there's not this unified sense of purpose in many things. And so you will find you will have pockets of friendship groups. And so and you don't necessarily introduce this set of friends to this set of friends or that set of, you don't necessarily mix your friends sometimes. But
I think we all need
friendships
people.
take work.
Yeah, I think we all need people, and COVID, showed us that human interaction, the human touch, is so very important.
It is.
And you might think, oh, I don't want a friend, I don't want a new friend. And as I've often said, no, you can't. And even if you do it for a while, is it wise to do it for long term? As well as some people may say, well, I don't want a new friend, but I say this, sometimes the friends that you have now, the circle that you have now can be your cage. And so you really need some new friends because those friends you have, them not reach no way. You understand me? 4 lazy friend, you're going to be the 5th one. 4 broke friend, you're going to be the 5th one. But also equally, 4 ambitious friends, you could be the 5th one. 4 rich friends, you could be the next one. 4 friends achieving.
Supportive
friends. You know what I mean? So, but it's important not just to want friends, I would say, but it is important to remember to be a friend.
To be a friend.
Yes.
Hey, Saturday, let me say, no, Sunday, let me say, yeah, man, Khadine, I'm a friend, you know. Khadine, I'm a friend, you know, man.
No, you're my friend in real life, that is. Like, I love you in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? This mad love and mad respect. Like, I've been working 70 a week, right? You know, this week, because sometimes, things get rough. But I said, I'm leaving and I'm coming to support you because I want to see what you're doing. And I know that you've done a lot and you've put a lot of work into it. And so you have to support your friends. And again, treat people how you would want to be treated, right?
Amen.
You can't want somebody to be supportive and in your corner and you never show up for nobody yet. Yeah, me know you're tired. Yeah, me know you want to lie down. Yes, I know it's been rough. But you know what? When people show up for you, show up for them as well.
Friendships take work.
Yeah, it takes work. And you demonstrate that in the things that you do. Friendship is not just a noun, it's a verb. So your actions say and speak loud. So I'm happy to be there for you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
Call me my friend, I'm uniform.
Yeah.
And just come out so
hey.
People, my friend.
And the makeup and the ear, they do up, you know, man.
Dennis, makeup and something can't come out shabby.
Hey.
I make my friend think look bad, Patricia, you crazy?
Michael Jackson glasses.
Hello, look here, look here. I said, look here, you're going to your friend's event. You have to represent, you have to step out. You can't go look like Bagalax, you crazy? No, you have to come out. I'm going to come out,
Come out, right?
ACP Wilkinson, that's me. Hello, somebody say my name. I got to tell you. Can you imagine? Run up. I'm just kidding, guys. I really can't. Right? I'm just a girl with nails.
But she proved that she can't. She really can't shoot.
I know. Remember something afraid. Dennis, my husband called me a supper dealer, and I tell him, I am afraid. That's why I couldn't be a part of a gang. Because as the police come, me, sir, let me tell you, is Dennis do it? Patricia do it? I'm not doing it. You see, from there primary school, and when the boy did trouble in class, and we all got beaten for it, I'm like, you see, that's why I try to toe the line and do the right thing, because I am not going to take a beating for you. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Officer.
You not hold it?
Yes. Oh, all right. Here I'm gonna hold.
The gang you get catch. Everybody else escape, and they must say, look here. If you talk, if you plea, and give us information on the rest of the gang.
Come out like you're really serious, like you're gonna lock me up. Let me tell you, officer, it's serious. Give me a drink of water, let me tell you how it go.
You're not gonna hold it and go prison and them take care of your family.
No, don't take care of nothing. Sir, let me tell you how it go. What had happened was, Dennis inveigled me, and he tell me, Dennis, when I don't start singing, and I don't respond. Yes, that's why I don't join those things. I just toe the line, I do the legal something. Yeah, I behave myself. Yes, my husband said, you're afraid? Yes, sir. My husband can tell him I'm afraid bad, but just try to do the right thing. I can't take pressure. I can't take problem. Like should have prison spin propeller. Big ups to all the people who are afraid like me. Good morning.
Morning.
I can't. I'm very afraid. I cannot. It's a lot.
I'm afraid of shadow cake.
It's a lot. For me, it's a lot, and I just can't. So I just do the right thing. I try my best to do the right thing. If you hear something slip up, I chew my, you know what? And for me,
we all see that fall short.
Yeah, and only one fall short. If something bad happen one time, I learn my lesson. Me's a girl learn. You have some people, they can't hear. Some me like the ear, and I heard Shadow K a while ago, so I'm gonna rap.
Afraid of Shadow.
Yeah, so we're gonna head to another break right now, guys, and then it's over to TK for morning news. It's still and always is Sunrise on CVM.
Real friends, now wait till I'm gone for me tell them. So break up on the real friends, none of them dumb.
Are you ready for something mega? Mega Mart's giving away a brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson. Second prize, a mega shopping spree. Third prize, 30,000 monthly shopping spree. Okay, break it down for them.
Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Fill out the entry form on your receipt. Drop it in the box. That's it.
Authorized under Section 50 These days, challenges are everywhere and things are constantly changing. But independent living remains the same. Rising above physical challenges, we can help you do it. For years, we have been Jamaica's trusted provider for solutions to improve patient care, safety, and general quality of life. No matter your age or your physical limitation, we are the caring store, waiting to serve you. It's time to experience independent living. Visit us today.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace and Singer.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. The sectoral debate in Parliament reaches its climax today in Gordon House. The final day of the debate has 3 speakers scheduled to address the nation. Leading the charge will be the Honourable Olivia Grange, the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport. Her address is expected to highlight the government's achievements and future plans within her ministerial portfolio. Joining Minister Grange will be members of the opposition, Lothan Cousins, the Member of Parliament for Clarendon Centre, and Denise Daly representing St. Catherine Eastern. The nation is on high alert for the dissolution of Parliament, signalling the start of the election season. The timing of the general election is a subject of intense speculation. The sitting today will be closely scrutinized as they may offer clues about the government's intentions. Over in sports now, Sports Minister Olivia Grange announced that the ministry has made a significant financial contribution to support Jamaica's under-21 netball team's participation in the Netball Youth World Cup in Gibraltar in September 2025. The announcement detailed the financial commitment made to World Netball. The sum paid to World Netball was £22,000, which is equivalent to 4.6 million Jamaican dollars. Minister Grange also expressed her gratitude to the sponsors who are supporting the team. Minister Grange highlighted the importance of the Netball Jamaica Elite League in nurturing and showcasing Jamaican netball talent. She noted the participation of the national under-21 team, known as the JPS Shiners, in the Elite League, emphasizing its value in preparing them for the upcoming Netball Youth World Cup. This participation, she said, provides valuable practice and competitive experience. Jamaica battles Panama this evening at Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas, USA, in a must-win Group C encounter in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup. The Reggae Boys sit second and need a win and better goal difference to top Group C. Panama leads the group unbeaten with 6 goals scored and just 2 conceded. Though Panama holds a 6-2 edge in their last 10 meetings, Jamaica famously beat them in the 2019 Gold Cup quarterfinals.
The message is obviously the work, the graft, the shape, because obviously in the last couple of games we kind of lost our shape and lost our way during the game. Obviously the qualities that we have and everything that we've done over the past years in the Gold Cup, getting to the semi-finals, getting to the finals, it'll be disappointing for us to not get there and disappoint our fans and disappoint our country. So when we're going out tomorrow, it's not just for us, it's not just for ourselves, it's for our country, and to make sure things are done right and we work from our shape and do the right things, because obviously Panama is a good team, but so are we.
We assessed after the Nations League. We assessed after St. Vincent, and we've been a month now in camp. A week in the UK with 2 games, another 8-10 days in Jamaica with 2 World Cup qualifiers, and already 2 games this. So we are searching for the right squad, the right set of players, the right processes.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
Shop and roll a RAV4. New thing, new car, life-changing. Stop. Shop and roll a RAV4.
Stop, shop and roll out in a brand new 2025 Toyota RAV4 from Quartz & Quartz Optical today. Spend $120,000 at Quartz or $80,000 at Quartz Optical and you get an entry to win. Shop on credit and get triple entries for a greater chance to win. Plus, there's monthly prices of a TCL 98-inch TV and $100,000 in supermarket gift certificates to be won. Promotion ends July 20. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Truth is, HIV affects everyone. Truth is, avoiding care leads to a weaker immune system. That means you could get really sick. The truth is, the hardest pill to swallow isn't the medication. It's the problems that follow when you don't take them. Let's get through this together. Remain in care. You can live life to the fullest with HIV. And that's the truth. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The gateway for Jamaica's athletes to several international competitions, including the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Japan, opens from Thursday, June 26 to Sunday, June 29 for the J3A Junior and Senior National Championships at the National Stadium, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. Admission, finish area season ticket, $8,000. Daily, $1,000 to $3,000. Regular grandstand season ticket, $6,500. Daily, $1,000 to $2,500. Tickets go on sale at MysticOnlineTix.com. Starting June 11, Pegasus Hotel and the Stadium Ticket Office. Starting Monday, June 23. The action will be sizzling.
The future belongs to the bold, to those ready to realign with purpose and prosperity. Realign 2025 connects Africa and the Caribbean, where innovation meets investment. Featuring Senator the Honorable Audrey Marks, Nigerian Ambassador Janet Olisa, David Mullings, Anthony Hilton, and Christopher Denny. For SMEs, funding partnerships and global market entry. June 25 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Realign with your destiny. Register now at entropartners.com/re-align.
Minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning here in Kingston, Jamaica. Good morning to you wherever you are. Glad to have you back with us. Well, this conversation is going to be all about power moves, bold partnerships, because that's the Realign way. Chairman and CEO of Entrepreneurial Partners Limited, Garfield Daly, he is building bridges across continents, sparking growth across generations. And he wants you to be a part of it. He's in studio to talk vision, legacy, and why this year's Realign Business and Investment Conference is the business event you need right now. Sir, how are you this morning? Welcome.
All right, thank you. I'm doing well and looking forward to Realign in 2025.
I can't believe that you're back here already because it was just like yesterday. And it just goes again to show how time flies so fast.
Absolutely.
And so we have to make the right connections and be in alignment with our legacy and our future. So, but for those who may be watching for the very first time, talk to us about Realign and what it's all about.
All right, Realign Business and Investment Conference is a premier event. It is a platform that brings together our entrepreneurial class and also potential investors. We kind of bring them together to see how we can network and match investors with entrepreneurs to allow for scaling, to allow for the sharing of knowledge so that our entrepreneurial class can expand the potential that we have. You know, Jamaica, we have that entrepreneurial bug over the many years. Going back, you know, the
people want work for themselves.
So that,
and even you have the corporate ones, but you know, even the women them in the market, people sell a town, people have shop at them yard.
Absolutely. We have an entrepreneurial spirit. It's actually emblazed in our DNA as a people here in Jamaica.
Agree.
And so what Realign is doing is trying to bring that out. We're trying to put it out there. And for that to happen, there has to be collaboration, there has to be that knowledge sharing.
Yes.
And so what we have done over the years is to bring to the public individuals that we are fully aware of. If you recall, in 2023, we brought to our conference Dr. Trisha Bailey, a Jamaican,
billionaire,
humble beginnings, no, a billionaire. She's saying to us, it can be done.
Absolutely.
We have last year brought to us Michael Lee Chin, the Honorable Michael Lee Chin. He was born here, a man of the soil. He had gone through what he had to go through, and he is now the leader of a large institution, but he started from scratch. He started from scratch, the NCB Financial Group. These are Jamaicans, and we are saying to Jamaicans, it doesn't matter how small you start, the opportunities are there. We have it inside of us. It's a part of our DNA, and Realign is seeking to allow for that to come out. These presenters are here to show you, kind of give us a little background and you know, a little view into what it is that they had to do and to show that you can do it. And so we have brought these people together to motivate and to encourage and to inspire and to let us know that it can be done.
All right. Let me ask you this question, and I want you to take it in the spirit that I'm asking. You could have put on this conference and you and your team said, all right, we can't stop now. Yes, we can't stop now. But something must have happened that said, we're going to go again. We're going to go again. Right. What were some of the interactions? What were some of the experiences? What was some of the feedback that said, we're going to go again?
Yes. So when you look at the broad cross-section of entrepreneurs that have been coming to the conference since it started, and when you hear the feedback, the general theme in terms of the feedback is, yes, we can. Because there was that initial inertia. People had thought that, oh boy, I've tried everything and it's not happening. When they started to hear the story, the history of a Dr. Trisha Bailey, of a Michael Lee Chin, of a David Mullings, when they started to see a local Jamaican lady running the Jamaica Stock Exchange, which was the #1 stock exchange in the world on multiple occasions, they put it together. And when you hear the stories, they say, but if these are the same things that we were encountering, these are the same things that we were experiencing, but with that grit and that push and then the motivation and the inspiration and it can happen. We find that the response has been in 2023 and going into 2024, boy, I felt like giving up, but now I am motivated to run. Then we are now motivated to continue because every one of our presenters come with a different perspective.
Right.
Yes. And the different perspectives relate to individuals in different areas and arenas. And so we know that everybody's story will impact somebody else.
Yes.
And so it is something that, although it takes a whole lot, we can't stop.
Yes.
Because
it can't stop now.
It can't stop now.
And another
it is
one.
impacting the entrepreneurs, and it is bringing out what is actually inside.
Talk to us about the speakers that you have lined up this year.
Yeah. All right. So I mentioned some from the year before last year. So we had a Trisha Bailey in 2023, and Michael Leachin in 2024, and in 2025. And these were keynote. In 2025, our keynote is Ambassador Senator Audrey Marks. And this is Audrey Marks from PM Master fame.
Yes.
And so again, another Jamaican.
From US Ambassador fame.
Ambassador fame. And another Jamaican, another business. Started small, but expanded itself. Everybody knows PM Master, so we don't even have to get into that. So Ambassador Marks is coming now to give her own perspective, and we will certainly hear a little history and how she did it, and you know that Jamaicans can. And so she's coming. Notice Trisha Bailey, Michael Leachin, now Audrey Marks.
I was about to say, when you have Trisha Bailey, Michael Leachin, you can't drop no catch.
That is right. Absolutely. Yeah. So I say that to make the point that we deliberately go for what we would call it the best of the best, right? Everybody is good, you know. But when I say best of the best, I'm talking in terms of achievement that people can see. And the visuals are very important. So you're seeing that these are people who have progressed, who have gone through the different challenges and who have emerged, and their companies are still around, and they're there to show that, hey, the thing can be done.
Right.
So we will be having Ambassador Marks, we'll be having Ambassador Marks this year. And of course, you would have recognized that we have a pitch in 2025 where we are inviting, and we have invited the Global Africa to be a part of the conference in 2025, and there's a reason for that. So we're going to be having, as one of our presenters, the former Nigerian ambassador to Jamaica, Ambassador Janet Olisa. So she's going to be there along with Ambassador Marks. We're going to be having David Mullings from Blue Maho Capital. We're going to be having Anthony Hilton, a former Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. And the lineup is there. Jampro is going to be there in their powerful way through their Vice President, Christopher Denny. And it's going to be a powerful rollout again in 2025.
Which date and how much is it to get in?
All right, so the conference is the 25th of June, which is tomorrow.
I'm like, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Yes. So this is the penultimate day in terms of pushing out and prep and getting everybody, to know and to make the final plans to be there.
Right.
And so we are all in place for that. Everything is coming together where that is concerned.
Where it will be held?
And this year it's going to be at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel.
Very well.
Registration begins at 8:30 tomorrow, and we get into full swing at 9:15. Yes. The cost, it's $120 per person, but of course we have group rates and so forth, and that will allow for
so companies can send a whole team.
Send a whole team, and we're looking forward to that.
Absolutely amazing. Good stuff.
What I'm really hoping is that a person with a business who needs investment will make that connection because it is
can
better.
Make a difference.
Yeah, it is. You might have a great business, you just need the support.
Yes,
absolutely.
Or the market.
Yes,
and the direction and the guidance.
Yes. So what is going to be a new thing, and it's the day after we should be having what we call a pitch session.
Love that.
And the developments in the Middle East have impacted some travel arrangements, and so things might not necessarily go exactly as we had wanted it, because coming from Africa into Jamaica, most of the flight go through Qatar or Dubai.
Yes.
So there might be a little bit of upset there because of what is happening that side. But the pitch room, what it does, it brings together the potential entrepreneurs, the potential investors, along with the entrepreneurs with their projects, and bring them together along with the investors who are looking for particular investment grade projects and opportunities. And the global Africa investors, most folks don't know the tremendous resources that are there in Africa.
True.
We tend to look to North America or Europe, but we are finding
untapped sources.
Yes. So the biggest oil refinery in the world is now in Africa, in Nigeria, and it was a Nigerian businessman that brought that together. And so we find that resources are there that most folk are unaware of. We are bringing those resources, and it's not just a conference tomorrow or the day after that in terms of the pitch session that we are proposing to have. But we need to be looking out now, because Realign going forward, we are going to be having these pitch sessions. It is going to become a part of what we do. Realign is going to establish a platform that makes it the hub of deal making in the Caribbean, to include our diaspora, global African investors, and others. We're coming together and we're going to make it happen. So very shortly, you're going to hear Realign, the deal-making hub.
That's nice.
And that is what is
That's
coming.
a big deal.
And it's going to be a Jamaican platform that expands itself across the Caribbean and takes in the wider diaspora. That's the vision.
Get in alignment with Realign. Get your tickets
right.
now. Be in the room, be present, and get in the know. All right. Thank you so very much. Many thanks to Garfield Daly for joining us this morning. That's Realign 2025. Be sure to get locked in your spot right now. Get your tickets. Go register for tomorrow. Right after the break, he's a community leader, advocate, and he is fully bright. Stay tuned to hear this story right here on Sunrise.
Politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Quartz presents their 2025 furniture event, The Art of Living, at all Quartz stores nationwide. Up to 50% off select furniture brands and styles, plus a free TV with the purchase of select lounge pieces. Get a 3-piece bedroom set for only $169,999. Complete the look with our designer rugs and accessories. Shop now and pay later on 6 to 48 months credit. So don't miss The Art of Living 2025 furniture event happening now, only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends June 24, 2025. Conditions apply.
I'm not here to take someone's place. I am Ganga, and I have my own identity. Radhika needs you now. Please sit with her and go assure her that no matter what happens, you will never leave her side.
Handling the accounts of this is my responsibility. I will find out why this money is unaccounted for.
You have one night to make sure that you carry out your duties properly, Shiv, because from tomorrow, you will no longer have a role to play here.
No one is allowed to touch Parvati's things no matter what. No one at all. Least of all you.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best.
I always love this part of the show because it's so inspirational, it's so motivational, it shows you what is possible in the human form, and when companies put their money where their mouth is, how lives can be transmogrified, and I absolutely love it. Glad to have you back with us right here on Sunrise. Good morning to you. Now from youth parliamentarian to medical student and mentor, Malcolm Jamal Newland. From your ear the name there, it just some name just make for greatness.
No, you can tell him parents did love Cosby Show back in the day. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Cosby, that's right. The Huxtables.
Yeah, the Huxtables.
The Huxtables, I gotta tell you. So Malcolm Jamal Newland is the kind of change maker that we all need to know.
That's right.
Today in our Fully Bright JWN Scholarship Spotlight, we hear his story and learn how the J. Ray and Nephew Foundation is helping others like him achieve their dreams. Malcolm Jamal, welcome to Sunrise. How are you?
How are you?
I am good. I'm good. A bit
all
nervous.
badged out.
All right, so for the record, you're not studying medicine at St. George's College.
Yes, for the
you're
record.
bright. You're fully bright, but not so bright. But tell us why you're repping St. George's this morning.
I mean, St. George's has always played a pivotal role to my development. Going into the interview last year, I did rep my jacket and I felt as though I wanted to make this as realistic as possible. And I felt like that connection to my school and overall development. I don't like leaving out anything.
Nice.
I'm very much inclusive of where I came from and how I've augmented since then. So through my voluntary service at my old institution and stuff like that. So I like to stay connected even after achieving or going beyond that scope, just to be enlightened and remember where I'm
the
coming
fullness
from.
and the wholesomeness. Right. I love that. Love that. Where are you from?
I'm from the Olympic Way. So it's off 3 Mile, 97 Taylor Road to be exact. Yeah. Born and raised in a city.
Yeah.
I mean,
And what was life like for you back then?
Growing up, I was aware of certain things around me from an early age, and I find that to be very apparent as a volunteer teacher and a philanthropist. I find it to be for the children that are exposed to impoverished conditions or unfortunate scenarios, they tend to be more aware of their surroundings and more understanding of certain things that they perhaps should not understand. So from an early age, I saw that, you know, there was difficulties with even funding a medical bill or buying stuff to go towards school. And I found that the lifestyle that most men within my community had taken on was not one that I wanted for myself. It was not one that I wanted for my family. And I think my mother being an educator played an essential role to that. So from an early age, she showed me the essentiality behind getting an education, and I really found passion with getting A's and you know, being a part of a lot of different organizations. I just like to create that level of impact. And even now speaking to youths, because they look up to me within my community, and even speaking to them, I tell them, you know, you might be seeing daddy do this, uncle do this, mommy do this, auntie do this. But what do you want for you? What do you envision yourself in the next 15, 20 years? And are you comfortable with who you are now versus who you want to become?
You mentioned what you envision yourself in the future. Vision 2050. Tell us about that and where it comes from.
Right. So Vision 2050 is a non-profit organization started by me and a couple of youth leaders within my community. Currently, we focus more on youth-based developments, but it started with an idea. Vision 2050, elaborate, right? Because you think, well, you go all the way up Vision 2050, like 2050, right? Yeah, Vision 2030, not 50. But it was more of a play on words. I love literature, and it's metaphorical. It's showing that growth isn't a direct thing. It's continuous, it's progressive. And their Vision 2050, even though it's draconian or it seems as though it's so far, you know what I'm saying? It enlightens what we want our members who are a part of the organization to be about. So right now, we do free tutoring. We give to the poor and the needy. We volunteer at the Red Cross Association or the Mustard Seed communities. And in doing that, we don't expect immediate change because we understand that just starting, you know, that unrealistic. We can't really expect too much from the start. But so far, it's been so fulfilling. I mean, even the other day, we donated around 50 books to my previous institution, and it was like, wow, you know what I mean? And it's good that the work, even though, you know, your reward wouldn't be notability or visibility, but it's good that we are impacting the lives in such a way where it is tangible.
You know what I love about what you're saying is the fact that you're giving, you're a giver.
Yes.
There are many, especially young people who want. Gimme. And they never look to volunteer. They never look to give. They never look to help. They never look to assist or be an agent of change. And I'm very impressed with Vision 2050 and how it is that you have, you know, acquitted yourself in terms of helping and wanting to grow and mentoring. And you know what I mean? I think that's so good. And a lot of young people can learn that it's not just about wanting a scholarship or you want someone to help you want. And then when you ask them, so what have you done? What have you contributed? Dennis, they have nothing to tell you.
Nothing to say. What I appreciate is you contributing your excellence.
Yes.
So that a youth from Olympic Garden, just like a youth from Tex Lane, can go and make a next youth from Olympic Gardens or Tex Lane or Olaba Road say, am I placing come from?
Definitely.
You know? Him can do it, me can do it too.
Definitely.
And not seeing the circumstances as a limit and receiving. Tell us about, you know, applying for the scholarship and when you heard that you got it and the difference that it made for you, because bright is not enough.
No.
You need the help.
Definitely. Takes cash to care.
Cash to care indeed. All right, so going through the interview, so it was a very tumultuous period for me.
Who told you about the scholarship?
I think I saw it online. I think if it's not from All About Scholarships Jamaica, it was one of those scholarship websites, and I was rummaging through all of them because 4.4 million, I will get that, you know what I mean? So I was rummaging through, applying for all I could, and I stumbled upon GRNFU, and I saw that, oh wow, it's actually catered towards individuals within my area. So I think, all right, I'm gonna just go and just do a little application and stuff. All right, entering into the interview process now, very nerve-wracking. I had already done 2 interviews before that for 2 other scholarships, and I think they went well. But going into this one specifically, I wasn't as yet equipped with the idea of previously reading on the foundation. So while I would skim through and just know a bit of information at surface level, it was not something profound. And they made that apparent during my interview, and I was like, Father God, look like that one, you lit the basket, you know what I mean? But I thank them for their benevolence and their generosity in understanding that, because even after the interview had ended, he had, one of the representatives had told me, I see that you're intelligent, but what I would recommend is that going forward, you do research so that you're intentional. And that had left such a lasting impact with me that for the other scholarships I went in, they were so flabbergasted with the amount of knowledge that I had acquired. Because me, I said, this now my foot now buck again. My foot here now buck, you know what I'm saying? But yes, so seeing that email, I mean, I was like mind blown. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? So they see something in me. Right. And I was also very impressed with their voluntary service hours because I love volunteering, as you guys can see. I think it's something innate within me ever since like very young, my day everywhere, I do everything. And also being a Christian and within church, you know, we have to do a lot of giving back. It was rough. It was rough. I was doubtful. It was daunting, but God.
So when you saw that email that you got the scholarship and you realized that you're this close, you're on the cusp of making your dream come true, what did that scholarship mean to you?
It meant unlocking a part of a dream that my inner child was. I think in the moment I was detached from my present and welcome my past because a child within me was beaming, you know what I mean? From days where I was watching House with my mother to even performing resuscitation on my puppies that ultimately died.
You know, Malcolm Jamal said the dog, the puppy,
the dog, them get CPR, but them dead. I'm fine by them. No.
You weren't a vet.
No, not a vet. Not a vet. No. But I mean, that solidified a passion within me. And I saw, after seeing that, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Yeah. God is good. And I was actually in a warehouse at the time where I saw the email because I was doing a summer job. I stack things, but during the period I was constantly checking my phone because I know, like, all right, you know, I go get time for feedback. So seeing that me drop the something nearly almost buck off my toe because I was just so elated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For a youngster watching you this morning, Malcolm, what would you, and they're thinking, they're dreaming, but they're not really seeing the way.
Are you like me now? Get that scholarship?
Now get that. Which family come from that does not happen? Yeah. What would be your word of motivation and inspiration and action? Because a lot of times, you know, people sit and their dreams don't come true because of inaction.
Right.
What action would you encourage them to take on a morning like this?
All right. So I think, as Marcus Garvey had said, you know, twice defeated, if not mentally prepared. So I think the first step I would give a youth within my community is that be confident. You know what I mean? When society and a world and filled with classism and privilege and nepotism is so, I'm going to talk to them because I don't know if they understand. When you have so much people that are getting preferred within a certain scope, be your motivation. Have confidence within yourself. If you feel like you can't do it, still do it. Because there's a thing where if you're contemplating how cold a river is, are you gonna jump in, that not stop the river from cold. You get what I say? So jump in. Embrace the unknown. Because there's beauty in having faith. You know what I mean? And all right, suppose you not get something. There's something else waiting. But you don't want 10 years, 5 years, I say, you know, say, maybe just do that thing there. Maybe I get it tonight. You don't want that happen. Maybe I say have confidence. Also, as it relates to your actual work, participate. If you don't like study, come on, dedicate at least 30 minutes a day to reading your book. Because remember, say, if it's not for you, mommy I wait for you, daddy I wait for you, grandma, uncle, these individuals, even a little child we probably not even know now, probably 10 years down the line, I gotta look up to you and say, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. That would be advice.
Thank you very much.
We wish you all the best in your medical journey. And I heard Dennis ask you earlier, I'm gonna ask you, do you know which area of medicine you want to pursue?
Well, going into it, I was hell-bent on the heart.
Yes. So you wanted to be a cardiologist?
A cardiologist.
No,
you know, the CVM and the dog them. So I was also always fascinated with the heart. Now, I have my mind open.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, in of the program, sir. So hello. Good morning, all medical students. Second year Med-Sci family. Good morning to you. You can imagine Dr. Malcolm Jamal Newland. I gotta say, it does. It actually does.
And then we're going to smoke and all that something there. No, you did smoke last year? It's the first year you did smoke?
Oh, yeah, you do smoke all the way through, the production. And then now I'm a recent elect of the FMS Guild Board. So, yeah, man, more in the raps.
Big things.
Big things in
there. Representation.
Yeah.
Good judges.
Love it. Representation matters. Big up to Georges. What's George's motto again?
Ad Mahoram de Gloriam, for the greater glory of God.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
For the greater glory of God, greater glory of the Jerry Nephew Foundation. Love it. Yeah.
Our fully bright scholar, our guest, Malcolm Jamal Newland, scholar, advocate, leader, inspiring others to bet on themselves and chase their dreams. We're going to take another break, and then when we get back, some other young people are going to be here. I guess it's the Myconian morning. It's Sunrise Freshers right here on Sunlight.
Inside, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
The future belongs to the bold, to those ready to realign with purpose and prosperity. Realign 2025 connects Africa and the Caribbean, where innovation meets investment. Featuring Senator the Honorable Audrey Marks, Nigerian Ambassador Janet Olisa, David Mullings, Anthony Hilton, and Christopher Denny. For SMEs, funding partnerships and global market entry. June 25 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Realign with your destiny. Register now at entropartners.com/re-align.
And everybody with me, yeah.
You me have to ask, why eat other snacks when sunshine has the best for you? Nature's best buns so crunchy. The flavor that sings to you. Salted banana and plantain. Taste the freshness, natural. It's sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Ayo, nature's best bunch.
It's quiz time, and I'm your host, Jason, and today we have the crew from the Michael University College here ready to take on the Sunrise Freshers Quiz, brought to you by Sunshine Snacks. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the show. Thank you. But first of all, big up my wife. Happy anniversary, wife. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Yes, so back to the show. So good morning, welcome.
Thank you.
So just let's start by telling me your name and what you study, what you do at Michael.
Sure. Okay, so good morning, Jamaica. I am Leroy Ferran Jr., and I am the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Education at the Michael University College.
Lovely.
Yes.
Good morning. My name is Kirsten Bowen, and I am the Deputy Commissioner of External Relations, and I study special education, specializing in Educational assessment and instructional planning.
That sounds rich and complex. Right over here.
Good morning. My name is Swin Donaldson, and I study language and literature at the Michael University College.
Lovely.
I am Ruth Ann Clark, and I am a final year physics student.
Physics. Wow, you're bright. So, Sir Dean, we're gearing up for something special at Michael. What are we getting ready for now?
All right, so at the Michael University College right now, we are gearing up for our 190th celebration coming up in January. So right now we are ramping up initiatives to boost our enrollment. But the aim this year or moving forward is to get persons to join the legacy, because many persons may have forgotten that the Michael University College is not just the institution of choice, but it is a premier teacher training institution in the Western Hemisphere and the oldest as well. And so we have to remind persons who we are. And at a time like this, when our education system is facing a number of challenges, we have risen once again to the fore to try and remedy the challenges in our system.
So I'm sure we'll hear more about it as the year progresses with what Michael is doing. So are you ready for the quiz this morning? We have 30 questions. Let's see if the buzzers are working. Test the buzzers, please. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so we're going to keep it nice and fun this morning. Question 1. I'm a sprinter born in Trelawney. And all right.
Usain Bolt.
That is correct. Jamaica became independent in 1962. Okay, Sir Dean.
And we love that.
We love that, yes. What day and month do we celebrate Independence Day?
August 6th, 1962.
Correct. Wow. What part of the plant absorbs water and nutrients from the soil?
Roots.
Look at the monitor and identify this fruit. All right, let's come back to that one.
Aki.
Correct. What do we call the bending of light when it passes through water or...
Refraction.
All right, physics. Yeah. Finish the Jamaican proverb. If you want good,
you know it's a run.
That is correct. What is the name of the place where Muslims gather to worship?
The mosque.
That is correct. What is the past tense of go?
Went.
That is wait to be acknowledged. Yeah, man. Dean, out of order. Look at the monitor and identify this place.
Spanish Town Bridge. Spanish Town Bridge.
What kind of bridge?
Take out the tone and go again.
Spanish Bridge.
That is correct. Good. Which dancehall artist won the Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album in 2020?
Coffee.
Correct. How many parishes are there in Jamaica?
14.
Okay. That is correct. What is the second stage in the cycle of life of a butterfly? The second stage.
Larry?
Which one? What did you say? No, it's actually that one. Yeah, man. So look at the monitor and identify this artist.
Massacre.
All right, so you know, all right, culture. What do we call the imaginary line that divides the Earth into northern and southern?
Equator.
That is correct. How many days are there in a leap year?
366.
That is correct. What part of speech names a person, place, or thing? That is correct. How many minutes is in a standard professional football match?
90 minutes.
That is correct. What is the perimeter of a square with sides measuring 6 centimeters?
24.
You're bright, girl. That is it. What is the name of the Christian celebration of the resurrection of Jesus? If you don't know this,
Easter.
That is correct. What is the name of the process where water vapor turns into liquid?
Water vapor into liquid. Evaporation.
No, sorry. That is incorrect. Wrong answer came first. Look at the monitor and identify this person.
Leonardo Messi.
And today is his birthday, yes. So happy birthday, Messi. Yeah. Right here on Freshers. Yeah. How many degrees are in a right angle?
90 degrees.
That is correct. What instrument is used to measure temperature?
Thermometer.
That is no break it. That is correct. What is the name of Jamaica's highest mountain?
The Blue Mountain.
What is a Roman numeral for 10?
X.
Correct. What is 144 divided by 12?
12.
That is correct. What do we call the original inhabitants of Jamaica?
Tanos.
Correct. What is the first book of the Bible?
Genesis.
Christian, that is it.
Hallelujah.
Glory. What ocean is found to the north of Jamaica?
Atlantic.
What you say? What you say?
Atlantic. Atlantic. Atlantic.
And the last question for Precious this morning. What has one eye but can't see?
Storm. Hurricane. Hurricane.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is... that's correct.
Yes!
That is correct. And there we have it this morning. We have come to the end of the match. And our winners this morning, it's a tie. And there is no tiebreaker, so clap yourselves, please. You did lovely this morning. One Michael. And a tiebreaker question.
Oh, no.
What are the names of our Sunrise hosts for today?
Sunrise?
Right there.
Khadine Hylton. And...
hold on there.
Wilkinson.
Yes. There we go.
And...
you have to acknowledge the general.
And... and Mr. Dennis... Wilson? Brooks, sorry.
That is correct. Yes. That is correct. And there you have it. So we have 15, 14. You see that teamwork? One Michael. We have to big up Mrs. Wilkinson and Mr. Dennis Brooks, the big bad people there. And there you have it. A big congratulations to our winners this morning, and a huge thank you to everyone who played along at home. Sunrise will be right back.
And everybody with me, You me have to ask, why eat all the snacks when sunshine has the best for you? Nature's best buns so crunchy. The flavor that sings to you. Salted banana and plantain. Taste the freshness, naturally sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Ayo, nature's best bunch.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Chris and Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. Oh, we have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Chris and Charles. Oh, we have it all. When you think alone, think Chris and Charles.
Get ready for the largest beauty and wellness business event in Jamaica and the Caribbean. The Jamaica International Beauty Expo is on this year from Friday, June 27 to Sunday, June 29 at the National Arena in Kingston. Showcase your brand, connect with top industry players, explore the latest trends, and grow your business with expert workshops and networking opportunities. Don't miss this dazzling experience. Beauty, wellness, business, innovation. Visit beautyexpojam.com for more info.
Why you turn up the music on us? She area sing with my heart over here.
I catch you, try
Bad mind, bad mind. Good morning to Mrs. Brooks Brown.
Shanika Brooks Brown.
Lovely,
Good morning.
Can you see how Jason look good in the purple? I bet you see him look like him beard and put on deodorant and them something.
Was that purple or was that like lilac?
It's in the family. It's purple.
It's lilac.
It's lilac purple. It's purple.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying he looks so awesome this morning.
Yeah.
But good morning also to the students of the Michael.
They always say the Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
You know, fun fact.
Teachers College, yeah.
Fun fact. When I was in fifth form, at the end of fifth form, I wanted to go to Michael and I was applying. I didn't. Somehow I never got in.
Yeah.
To teach math and chemistry.
Oh wow! Fun fact. I also applied to Michael.
Really?
I applied to UA. You take Michael everywhere because at that time you're like just in case. You know?
I was gonna go there and learn to teach math and chemistry.
Language and history.
Wicked. Imagine me and you buck up on Michael.
I gotta tell you. But because all my Conians and my sister, fun fact, is a graduate of the Michael Teachers College. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She recently got her nursing degree, so she's now Mrs. Jodian Forrest, BSN RN. Yeah. Her third degree.
Look at that.
Third degree. I don't know she that stuff.
She hot.
Lady Marge do it. Yeah, so my mom now has the lawyer and the nurse. I gotta tell you.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and by the way, Debbie said you taught her daughter. She said, you know, her daughter was having a difficult time in econ, and Dennis Brooks, as you then was.
Brooks, right? Yeah.
Her name Dennis Wilkins.
I
gotta tell you, I have some mix-up start, you know, problem. And she said, you know, you were so instrumental in helping her daughter find her footing, and you taught her, and she got a good grade, and she was just bigging up. I mean, I said, you know, Dennis teach everybody.
Cool,
Dennis teach 12 disciples. Cool, and the one who never met the audition. But I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
And congratulations. And and sometimes when the people might talk to this, that they might talk to you through me.
No man,
so,
me get that all
But they know that I can carry message good.
That is
so
true.
I carry message
that
good.
Is true.
Yes.
You
so
got
big up
the
to
message.
Debbie.
Thank you very much. Well, just like that, another Sunrise episode comes to an end. Big thank you to all our guests today. It's been great conversations from beginning to the end. Right to
I have a rate.
Against
I've got
who?
Paul.
What Paul?
Paul is videoing me, Dennis. But Paul is. I'm going to tell Paul's pastor about his videoing.
Rebuke him.
I rebuke.
Rebuke him. Bind it.
Bind it. Right? Inform, paralyze. Robo Shatarabai. Paul does and I'm saying I'm going to report him. Yeah, I'm videoing me. And him is not Jamaica I don't know. What is this problem?
No, facial recognition.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. But guys, thank you.
That's it for today.
So much for tuning in each and every day. We appreciate your presence. And all the people on our YouTube channel.